Okay, so because Seth was asking about my origami channel, I'm going to tell him how to make the only other kind of origami I know how to make. So, got your sheet of origami paper. Any square paper will do. And we're going to make sure that the colourful side is going to be in one direction. Because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a valley fold along the diagonal. It's called a valley fold because it makes a valley. If it was a mountain fold, obviously, it would be this. We're going to do both diagonals as a valley fold. Like that. We're then going to fold it in half again, but this time along the straight, and it's going to be a mountain fold. So obviously trying to get this as neat as possible. So we've now got this as a shape. The next we're going to do is fold it inwards, a bit like how you maybe used to do those fortune tellers. And it'll make a little diamond. And the important thing about this diamond shape here, you need to make sure that the flap is still on the bottom as we're working on it. We're then going to fold, making sure that the opening is on the bottom, along the edge to the center. So I'm going to do this on the table because it's a little hard to do into the camera. So that you're folding inwards like this. What you're going to use is the crease in the middle. So we've known that you've hit the middle and you'll get a kite sort of shape. You then flip it all the way over and you're going to fold it in that way on the other side as well. You should wind up with a perfect little kite shape, like that. We're then going to fold this bit over the top both ways, because we want it to be a loose crease, because we're about to do a slightly more complicated move. So we're going to open up those flaps we did before. Same for the other side. And this is a complicated bit. You're going to take the top half here, you lift using that crease we just made here, folding it up and over, which makes this long diamond shape. So went from this, lift it up, fold it in. We'll try and do it whilst I'm showing camera. So it's the top flap along the crease we made, lift up, and the paper's going to want to fold along the creases you made previously, like that. Now what we've made here is one kind of origami, which is the eternally folding origami. So this is the shape you've made. If I pull on these two little legs on the end, pull apart, it will collapse in on itself. And that is an eternally folding origami. Like this. So it will fold that way forever. There are two things we can make out of this. I'm going to show one, which is a bit more of a basic one, and then we're going to show a traditional crane, which is the most common one you would have seen. To make the flapping bird, which is the first one we're going to do, making sure that we've got the end that is split like this. We're going to bend it up using that edge as a guide, one way and the other way. Do the same for the other side. So one way and the other way. But again, this is a slightly more complicated move, so I'm going to try and do it to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. There's this flap here, and you're going to pull it inside of itself. and up. So it's not the easiest thing to show, but the idea is that that bit will be inside both of the wings. Try and do that to camera slowly. So you open it up, pull the paper inside, and it should go like this. And you'll wind up with base of the flapping bird. We're going to do that same pulling inside action, but we're going to do it downwards with this to make a little head. This is a flapping bird. If I take the two edges and gently pull, the bird will flap. So I'm going to undo all those moves. I'm going to make a traditional crane. It's very similar to what we just did, but this time we'll take these little bits on the end where it comes into a point. We're going to fold it back on itself using the folding lines here so that it hits the center, and the same on the other side. So we're taking the edge, folding inwards. It's got a diamond shape here. Take the edge, fold inwards. So you're doing that. Take the edge, fold inwards. So you wind up with this sort of long bit. So the diamond used to be that. You folded it in like that. And then making sure that you've got the end which has the bits here, I'm just going to fold it. But the same way I did with that flapping bird, you're going to fold it in on itself and up. And then in on itself and up again on this side. And because I've already folded this previously, it's a little bit looser from previous creasing. I'm going to fold down again on this side where I made the head previously. So you've got the little head. Now, when we pull this down, this will not unfold. This is the end of it, because when you fold it down, you pull and its back will flatten as you do so. You may need to push it down a little bit to go across, but once it's settled, you have a crane. And this is the more traditional sort of Japanese style crane that you're going to sort of see. And there you go. That is the finished product. So those are three sort of origamis you can do, which are fairly simple. The eternally folding origami, the flapping bird origami, and a traditional crane origami. And that's it, I'm not making more videos. This is it.